Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Toba. We are going to be looking at a very important topic. This is a safe place to discuss about relationship, to discuss about immigration, to discuss about building a new life abroad. So today we are going to be diving into a very sensitive but important topic. We'll be looking at 5 causes of separation and divorce abroad for new immigrants. 5 causes of separation or divorce for new immigrants abroad. It is very important if we can stay glued and learn from these causes. It is until you know the cause of a thing, then you'll be able to look into the solution. If you don't know the cause, we cannot be talking about solution. So I've been able to list out from my personal experience, I've been able to list out 5 causes of separation and divorce, especially for new immigrants. It's a surprise that you get to realize that new immigrants who just came into the UK, Canada, America, or any other country of the world, within a space of 2 to 3 years, the percentage of divorce is extremely high. And you'll be surprised what is really going on, especially for our African immigrants. So I'm going to be looking at it. I've been able to gather experience from research from people who have gone through that particular experience before, and this was able to make me gather 5 causes of this particular sensitive issue. So I've been able to list them out. I'm going to be reading out some of these causes for you today. So I will encourage, especially for those who are just new to us on this channel, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button and join us in this particular channel in order to learn, in order to be enlightened, and in order to get a lot of insightful information that will change your life positively. So the number 1 cause, according to what is written here, is what we call cultural shock. When we talk of cultural shock, there's a way we do things back home in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, and you get to realize that the way marriages are run in Nigeria is quite totally different from the way it's being run anywhere abroad. The way marriage is being practiced in Nigeria is totally different from the way it's being practiced here. And what is the cause of that? Culture. In Nigeria, we have 3 ethnic groups. We have the Yoruba, we have the Hausa, and we have the Hebrew. So we have the cultural way of doing things. A Yoruba man knows that we have the Yawo, we have the Oko. There are certain things you bring to the wife's family. There are certain expectations and all sorts. But in the Western world, their culture is quite different when it comes to gender roles, when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to food, when it comes to reflection. It's totally different. So these are the major causes that has a lot of negative impact on marriages. And that is why you see new immigrants, when they get here, a space of 1 year, there is a kind of shock. There's a kind of new reality that they are being exposed into. This particular reality, in most cases, has a lot of negative impact for especially those who are careless on how to handle their marriage. And what is this solution to this particular problem? And what is the solution is for the 2 parties, as the husband and wife, should be able to sit down and discuss things out. They should be able to sit down and be able to openly integrate and get to understand that the culture we have here in the Western world is quite different from the culture you are bringing up in Nigeria. So you need to be able to sit down and work things out between each other as husband and wife. Don't allow Western culture, don't allow the culture abroad to influence your marriage. You should be able to uphold your culture. As much as you need to adapt to the new change, you should be able to work things out as husband and wife. That is the only way you'll be able to mitigate the effect of cultural shock. Number 2, here we have financial pressure. As a matter of fact, this particular problem is what has caused over 80% of divorce abroad. In a situation where we have the husband working, the wife is not working, or the wife working, the husband is not working. Back home in Nigeria, in most cases, we have the men working in order to provide for the home. Fine, we also have women also working, but in most cases, the responsibility of the house is meant, in most cases, on the men back home in Nigeria. Over here, it is not like that. In abroad, it is always shared equally. It's always a 50-50 thing. Now imagine someone who is coming from Nigeria who has been used to the man providing for the home. What happens? There's going to be a problem. So financial pressure is also one of the major causes of divorce or separation. The woman is expecting the man to provide everything for the home. And the reality is this: in abroad, there is no way the man will be able to meet up, especially in situation of providing everything, where we have rent being paid monthly, when we have phone bills, when we have council tax, when we have electric bill, when we have water bill, we have TV license bill. So it becomes a pressure on the man, and the man begins to insinuate that the woman should support him. As a matter of fact, in abroad, bills are being shared equally. So a family who is already used to the man providing almost 80% of their bills back home in Nigeria will find it difficult to adapt to the new change. This is where the problem comes from. Or in another instance, whereby both man and woman are both working, and it gets to a stage whereby the woman earns more than the man. If care is not taken, it becomes a major issue in the home, in the marriage. So this is another particular problem that is creating a lot of issues, quarrels between couples abroad. And what is the simple solution to it? The simple solution to this particular problem is the both couples should be able to sit down and reason together. Sit down and have a budget. Sit down and have a shared responsibility. Sit down and able to have a goal when it comes to finance. That is the only way to mitigate this particular problem, financial pressure. Number 3, cause of separation and divorce abroad for new immigrants. Here we have what we call lack of community support. In a situation whereby we don't have communities around, you live where we don't have your like mind, we don't have your countrymen around to rally around you, to give you the needed support, then it becomes a major problem. It is easier to get carried away when you get abroad because you get influenced by the frivolities that comes with it. So how do you mitigate this particular problem? You should be able to build network. You should be able to build network by discovering your community. There are Nigerian community abroad. If you can key into this community, get to learn a lot of good and positive things in this community, it will be able to have a positive impact on your marriage. But unfortunately, most immigrants don't expose themselves to these communities. So it is very important to be able to align with your community in order to enhance your marriage. So number 4 cause of divorce, separation abroad is what we call expectation. I will call it different expectation. In a situation whereby the expectation of the husband is quite different or totally different from the expectation of the wife, it becomes a big problem. We have so many couples, before traveling abroad, they don't sit down to plan. They don't sit down to reason together. The essence of marriage is not only to share love alone, it is also important to discuss and plan together. It is also important to sit down and have a goal, to have an objective in the marriage. You are traveling abroad. What are your expectations as couples? What are your expectations when it comes to giving birth to children? What are your expectations when it comes to career goals? What are your expectations when it comes to building? What are your expectations when it comes to investment? In a situation whereby the expectation of the man doesn't match with the expectation of the woman, which is the husband, and the wife, it becomes a major problem. And the funny thing is that many people have the same expectation before coming to a new country. On getting to the new country, it changes. This is another problem when it comes to different expectation. All of a sudden, the husband and the wife, they had a plan from Nigeria. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. On getting to abroad, the wife changes or the husband changes. It is a major problem that needs to be examined when it comes to marriages. So it is an advice that husband and wife should be able to have a uniform expectation. Husband and wife should be able to agree. The essence of marriage is agreement. Husband shouldn't deviate or wife shouldn't deviate from mutual agreement. So it's very important to do what? To understand that expectation must be properly agreed at. We shouldn't get distracted. Marriages, couples shouldn't get distracted by Western community, Western world, Western values. This particular issue is a serious issue abroad. So lastly, I'm going to share you the fifth cause of divorce and separation abroad. And what is the fifth cause? It is what we call legal issue. Many women unfortunately tend to benefit more from the legal perspective of it. And that is why you see women changes all of a sudden to their husband, because when it comes to the legal aspect of it, they tend to benefit more from it. So I will encourage our women to always remember that the essence of marriage is for union. The essence of marriage is to live together as couple. Is to live together to develop each other. Is to live together to create a good future for your children. So I'm going to stop at this today, and I will encourage every one of us watching to understand that we need to avoid these causes in order to make our marriage successful. Starting a new life abroad is not easy. It's faced with challenges. It's faced with a lot of expectation. So being couple, you have to make your relationship work. You have to make your relationship stronger, because when the two of you have a strong relationship, there are a lot of benefits that comes with it. You'll be able to grow and develop together. You'll be able to build a good marriage that can be emulated by others. You'll be able to lay a good legacy for your children. So it is my advice to you today to make your marriage work. So I'll end here. I'll be talking more in our next episode. Thank you for listening. I will encourage those who are just joining us for the first time. You should click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Thank you.